Living at home in your 20s, the most humbling experience as a young adult. Hey y'all, my name is Nyjah for those who do not know, but if you already know, welcome back, Bookie. I just want to talk, express my feelings, because I know there's somebody out there that's probably feeling the same way I'm feeling. And I've seen like multiple videos on YouTube talking about this. Well, not multiple, like one YouTube video talking about this, and I'm like, wow. Like I'm actually going through this. Like, this is literally, I'm seeing my life in a mirror. Like, it's a Black Mirror episode. Living at home in your 20s, that right there is a horror story. If they come out with a horror story called Living in Your Home in Your 20s, I would not even watch it because I'm actually living in it. That would probably be the scariest movie of 2024 if they ever came out with something like that. I would have to say it is the most humbling experience as a young adult. Transitioning from go do this, go do that, who you going out with, what time you coming back, what's their parents' number, what's their name, oh, you want to do this, I'm going to take your phone, to living on your own, leaving the house whenever you want to leave the house, wear what you want to wear with absolutely no pushback, having absolutely nobody keep tabs on you. You could just have your independency on high, back to go do this, go do that, where are you going, who you going out with, what time you coming back, I can do this because I can. It's this video is to just talk about the struggles that I've been through living at home as a young adult. When I was moving out of my college apartment or student living apartment when I was in college after graduation, when I was moving back home, it did not even hit me until my parents came and they was packing up my stuff, and we all in this little tiny apartment room, and they're bickering and they're arguing and judging me for whatever I got going on in my room. I mean, reality literally slapped me back in the face like, girl, you're about to go back into your childhood trauma room. Come back into this room, come back into this house, have to walk a dog you did not ask to have. No offense, Mila, I love my dog. I have to get dictated or whatever I do, prejudged, whatever I say, whatever I do. I mean, reality literally did not hit me until we were packing up my stuff to leave. When I was younger, I used to live in DeKalb County. And if you're from Georgia and you know about DeKalb County, that place is not for the weak. And randomly, you'll just hear gunshots. You hear cars getting broken in. A whole house burnt, got on fire in this subdivision I was in. All four of my neighbors, like all four sides of me, either got their house broken into or almost broken into. My dad even was a victim, and he had his car broken into one night, and it was ghetto. That living in that basically instilled in my parents that like life is just so scary, horrifying experience, and you have to sleep with your eyes open every single day, keep your guards up high every single day. Life is bad, people are bad, bad, and it kind of sort of kept me a little sheltered. Like when I was young, I did go outside and play with like the neighbors around me, but it was short-lived because we ended up moving to the suburbs. My dad, especially my dad, loved that man to death, but when something bad happens, I mean, he emphasizes it so hard that, I mean, you can't even ignore the bad shit that happened, because he's gonna keep saying it, bringing it up, give you a lecture. He gonna talk about the bad thing that happened. It kind of kept me sheltered a little bit, and I noticed I was always just in my room a lot. Like I basically felt I didn't realize I was in a trauma bonded experience. until I matured. All my Uber Eats just pulled up. Yay! I was just always in my room a lot, and I didn't really have no friends like that, but I mean, that's besides the point. I was very introverted, but yet always wanted to see the world. Like, I felt like Rapunzel almost, being locked up in my room, having parents that basically prejudged everything I did. It sucked. When it was time to go to college, y'all, I was so nervous. I was like, wow, I'm about to be away from family. I'm about to be on my own, hours away. Y'all already know how the family talk was when they was giving me to talk about college. College is scary. Be aware of your surroundings. It's scary. Bad things happen. Bad. Once my family left, after they helped me unpack my stuff in my dorm room, it was great almost. It was just like, wow, like a ball of just weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, I felt free. Like, I felt free almost. I did not come home, y'all. The only time I came home from college was if we like had to. Like, we had to leave. It was the winter break, and I think Thanksgiving. Y'all, that was the only time, like the first year of my freshman year, and then COVID hit the second semester. I was taking advantage of the freedom that I never had when I was younger. And so moving back home after college, it just felt like I never even left. So just imagine like being this young girl, always in your room, you always creating a little imaginary like world in your head because you don't really have no friends like that, because you low-key trying to get away from your toxic family, your toxic parents. And then you go to college, you mature, you realize, wow, there's really life outside of this, and you grow independency, and then you have an independent, more mature mindset, and you fall right back into a physical scenario where you're stopped at growing. It is very humbling. Not to be like a negative Nancy to the people who try to look on the bright side of things. I don't care to hear, oh, that's your family, love them. Like, wow, you telling me I have to just settle with toxicity all because they're family? When I moved back home, y'all, I was probably the most depressed I've ever been. Every single day, it was just like, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not able to do anything. Like anything, y'all, without my parents blowing my phone down. It was one like point in time in my life where I did not have a job. I was Uber eating a lot. That Uber Eats was the only way I was not broke. They would just be like, oh, it's late, it's scary, it's not safe, you need to come home at 9 o'clock, you need to come home at, it's not safe. Where I understand, do you see where the controlling starts to come in and you start to lose independency when your parents tell you don't do this because I'm scared? It's a very thin line between protection and controlling. There's a thin line between it, and parents don't realize that you're not protecting your kids. You're just shunning away from doing something because you're scared. My parents do that a lot. And when I moved back home, it was just like I wasn't falling for that. And the more I gave pushback, the more they pushed back on me, more wanting me to offer myself. Reality is real reality. My parents are pretty toxic. Their whole dynamic is just anxiety filled. Every time they're in the same room together, I don't even want to stay because it's just anxiety. It's just to be in a room with somebody that look at the other person in pure disgust, while the one person that's looked at in pure disgust judge you. It's just, I rather happiness. I rather happiness. You don't have any source sense of independency. Absolutely none. And I actually want to talk about before I had a job. Like, it's like now I have a job, I don't really have much time to do what I want. But when I did Uber Eats, it was a freelance job. Like, I picked my own hours to leave, and I mainly was out at night because that was mainly where the money was flowing. Parents did not like that. So for an example of just controlling, I will be Uber eating at night, literally telling them I'm doing Uber Eats. Does me saying am I doing Uber Eats, does that mean I'm on the streets? Does that mean I'm at a stranger house? Not really. Did I not go to college for 4 years and y'all didn't hear from me for like a week straight? The transition is wild, and it is truly depressing. Go from, okay, yeah, girl, we getting ready, we finna go hit the town, let's get dressed, let's go home. I'm sorry, let's get dressed, let's go out, to, okay, yeah, I'm finna head out. Where are you going? Who you going with? What time you gonna be out? What time you coming back? You going way over there? Why you going way over there? I feel like with my mom, it's everything I do is a sense of judgment, and it's just like I feel so suffocated. If I say I'm going out with a friend, you don't need to know who else is going out. I'm with a friend. I'm with someone who I trust. Like it's just like a matter of parents not knowing how to trust their kids, and I feel like I'm just so not trusted in my household. Being a young adult, being treated like a 17-year-old is just something that it's a very hard pill to swallow. Having a place to stay is so expensive. Even like with a roommate, it's so expensive nowadays. Jobs don't want to pay you enough to live. They'll pay you enough to eat. Like, okay, you can go get a little McChicken. You can get a little meal. You need a place to stay? Oh, that's not our problem. I feel like I'm very suffocated back in a home where trauma was at an all-time high, and it took me, I've always seen the trauma, but like being back in the actual trauma space with a more mature mindset to know that this is kind of toxic and y'all really don't deserve my presence. I feel like I'm being punished. Like I got my karma. Like, what did I do? Did I do something? This is my karma living at home? Because I mean, it's giving punishment. I'm punished right now. Like my youth is being stripped away. Just smiling waves. I really don't have much more to say. Like at this point, it'll be just a continuous cycle of me saying the same thing. Oh, before I do end the video off, I want to really say thank you to almost 2K. Like what? My first video was in January. Yeah, and I'm already at 2K. I passed my Instagram following. Okay, YouTube. Thank you so much for that. If you do like this video, found it relatable, like, drop a little comment. Like, are you going through what I'm going through? You know, with some words of encouragement for me. Any steps to move out, like ASAP, like in the next 30 minutes. I'm here to take, jot down notes. I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.